From the High Definition Production Center of Troy University's Broadcast and Digital Network, Troy, Alabama's International University, this is Troy TrojanVision News.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision News for November the 7th, 2017. I'm Justin Walker.
And I'm Sarah Singletary. Thank you for joining us this evening. Starting tomorrow, it will get a little more difficult for drivers to navigate in the area around Trojan Arena, as McKinley Drive from the Lagoon roundabout to the arena will be closed for the foreseeable future. Anna Kate Patterson tells us why.
Due to the new parking lot going in between Trojan Center and the Trojan Arena, Troy students have been listening to the sounds of construction all semester, and those sounds aren't going anywhere anytime soon. Beginning Wednesday, the road that runs behind Trojan Arena, McKinley Drive, will be closed from the arena entrance to the roundabout.
They're going to start tomorrow with the connecting the roundabout to the new road that's cut through there. So that's the reason for the closure beginning tomorrow.
According to Dean Reeves, the goal of the project is to widen McKinley Drive to a 3-lane road without having to tear down any of the trees.
As it is now, we're kind of landlocked between the trees and we don't want to take the trees out. So to be able to accommodate for a center lane or third lane in there to accommodate for traffic, they're building a completely new road from the roundabout to George Wallace Drive.
Reeves says that the new, wider road was necessary based on traffic counts, but anyone who regularly takes McKinley should know that depending on weather, the project could last until the first part of April.
They're going to do this phase from the roundabout up to the entrance of the arena so that people will still have access to the arena, and they'll open that piece back up so people have access to the arena, and then they'll complete the other end.
And according to Reeves, the construction shouldn't affect Trojan Arena parking too much.
They did accommodate. They've already built the new entrance into the arena and got all of that squared away and ready to go.
And just in time for the start of Trojan basketball season. The women start their season on Friday. Anna Kate Patterson, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Once again, the closure of McKinley Drive from the roundabout to Trojan Arena will start tomorrow. Anyone who wishes to park at Trojan Arena will need to enter from the George Wallace Drive side of McKinley.
Troy University's Concert Chorale presented their latest musical program Sunday afternoon. Seth Hawk gives us a taste of what the Concert Chorale can do.
Troy University's Concert Chorale presented their program titled Perspectives, Heaven to Earth, Sunday afternoon at Bush Memorial Baptist Church. The program not only showed off the talent of Troy's Concert Chorale, but it also had a unique concept attached to the concert.
We had basically two pieces with the same name, that shared the same names, but one of them would come from the olden days of Renaissance, Baroque, classic music, while the other was more set to modern, and so it was like a perspective of the same text, but can be applied in two different ways, and the different emotions that can be applied with the same sacred holy text.
The preparation process for the concert was an extensive one, according to one concert chorale member, who said that everyone had to get not only their vocal cords ready, but emotionally connect to the pieces as well.
Oh, it was very exhaustive. We started at the first week of school. We practice almost every day. We have sectionals each week. We basically started very slowly, just doing a couple measures at a time, learning notes, and then once we got about halfway through the semester, we started running things and getting kind of a feel for how the pieces are, and then kind of emotionally connecting to our piece. So that's kind of what brings the performance to life.
Oxford High School's concert choir joined the stage to sing with Troy's Concert Chorale, and according to one chorale member, it is a great way to help prepare for the future.
I mean, it's always great. It's great to have high school programs participate with us just because, I mean, that's the future. We get to help them in a way. They get to see us, and hopefully we encourage them that this is something that's more than just a pastime. This is something that you can make a career out of. This is something it can be a life choice.
Seth Hawk, Troy, TrojanVision News.
This concert also served as a fundraising effort for the Concert Chorale as they prepare for their trip to New York City's Carnegie Hall. If you would like to donate to the Concert Chorale's trip, you can email them at troychorale@troy.edu. When a potential student visits Troy University, there's a pretty good chance that a current student will show them around campus.
And that group of students is known as the Trojan Ambassadors. They're specially selected for the purpose of helping admissions show off the school. Jenna Oden has more.
Every day at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m.,
Troy University welcomes potential new students who are given a tour by Trojan ambassadors. Jane Carroll says they are the guides and the faces of the university.
They are ambassadors for the university. So not only do they host tours, so if group tours come to campus, they are the guides of Troy University. They also help with events, so any different events that are on campus. So really, they're just ambassadors of the university, the face of the university, and students that serve.
Newly renovated admissions office is home to Trojan ambassadors, your tour guides and our classmates, and also the face of Troy University. You don't have to have an extensive knowledge of Troy, but to get involved with Trojan ambassadors, one must apply and interview during the recruitment time during the spring.
We hold interviews in March of every year, so we'll set up a table in the Trojan Center, and we'll have our membership coordinator, who is Jordan Goodwin. He will go and actually kind of tell the students on campus about ambassadors, and then they can sign up for an interview time, and it's every March of that year.
Ambassadors don't just get to give tours, but also make connections with others. Jordan Goodman says he loves showing off the school he loves.
To join Trojan Ambassadors because I just really loved coming on a tour here when I was looking at colleges, and it just seemed really fun to do, to be able to show other people the school.
Jenna Oden, Troy, TrojanVision News.
In addition to tours, Trojan ambassadors serve as hosts and hostesses for various events around campus.
Now, the latest in Trojan sports on Troy TrojanVision News.
Good evening and welcome to TrojanVision Sports. I'm Antonio Reese. Starting things off on the gridiron, the Trojans are coming off a victory against the Vandals of Idaho. A key factor in this win this past Thursday came behind the explosive defense of the Trojans. Joshua Thomas has the details.
The Trojan football team is looking for an 8th win this weekend after beating the Idaho Vandals 24-21 last week, making their record 7-2. And head coach Neil Brown says it's a good win for the team.
I'm proud of our guys for taking care of business on Thursday night. It was good to get a midweek game, a midweek win, quality win. I think Idaho is a good football team. I think they're well coached on both sides of the ball, and it gets us to 7-2 overall, 4-1 in the conference.
The Trojans can thank their defense for this accomplishment, as they have yet to allow more than 24 points to opposing offenses. Linebacker Sam Levy says that their mentality is to be able to put Silvers and Chun back on the field as much as possible.
Well, our coach Vic Conan basically said he wants us to not let the offense gain a yard, so that's basically our main focus. And we just go out there with the mindset that we got to get stops, put Silvers and Chum and the rest of our playmakers back on the field as much as they can.
Linebacker Tron Folsom had 16 tackles in the Thursday night win and credits his teammates for his accomplishments and being able to create the space for him to make plays.
I wasn't really counting, because the way their offense was set up, I knew that coach was telling me at the beginning of the game I would come up with a lot of tackles because they never work up to the linebackers. So I'm really grateful for the D-line holding up so I can go through the gaps and shoot the gaps, and I really wasn't counting on how many tackles. I was surprised at the end of the game how many I had.
The Trojan defense allowed less than 100 yards for the 6th time this season, while also recording 6 sacks on the Vandals QB. Defensive tackle Trayvon Sanders says the defense is taking well to accepting the role of the team's backbone.
Yeah, we do. We like to go out, go out on the field and put the offense out early, so our offense just can take over and put up points. So yeah, we take the role of being the backbone of the team.
Joshua Thomas, Troy, TrojanVision Sports.
The Trojans are set to travel to Conway, South Carolina this Saturday to play the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers in Brooks Stadium. Kickoff is set for 3 p.m. Central Time, and for those not attending the game, it can be viewed on ESPN3. Bouncing over to the courts, the Trojans have finished up exhibition play where they had not had the best of luck. However, the team is looking ahead as they prepare to take a short vacation in paradise, as they are set to travel to Hawaii to participate in the Rainbow Classic. Head coach Phil Cunningham says his team is really excited to play the venue.
We play in the Rainbow Classic, which is one of the premier preseason tournaments in college basketball over at the University of Hawaii. And our players, I think, are really excited about it. We went last year, and it was a quick 48-hour trip, but that set us up to go back this year for a 6-day trip. And
the Trojans are set to tip off tournament play on Friday, November 10th, against the North Dakota Fighting Hawks at 9:15 p.m. Passing the ball over to the women's court, the Trojans are coming off their exhibition win against AUM and are looking forward to their season opener against the Stillman College Tigers on Friday. Head coach Chandler Rigby says she is looking forward to how the new players will compete.
Well, we're beyond excited. We're ready to put it on the floor. Open up Friday at noon. Hope people come and take their lunch break with us. Open up Friday at noon against Stillman. And, of course, like I've mentioned before, a lot of new players, a lot of new faces on our roster. So we're eager to see how they will gel into our system and with our returning players.
Again, the Trojans will open up their season this Friday, November 10th, against the Stillman College Tigers at noon in Trojan Arena.